Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Gemini for love and soul connections for March 2021. Keep in mind, my friends, it's a general message. Take what you feel applies for you, disregard the rest, go about your day, and know that no matter what messages do come through today, it's still up to you, your active free will, the choices you make and the steps you take in this world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. For me, that's personal freedom, that's personal power. It lies at the tips of our fingers, at the soles of our feet, and that, my friends, is the power to do, so use it wisely. For all my subscribers, thank you for being here. I love you, love you, love you from the bottom of my heart. You guys mean the world to me, truly. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you feel like this message is for you and you'd like to see more of it, please hit subscribe, join the journey with me. I'd love to have you along this ride. And guys, if you do like this video, if you feel like it resonates, please give it a thumbs up. Help me circulate the message. The support from you guys is honestly super appreciated, and it helps a lot. So I do also, before we go into the cards, just want to say that even though I put a timestamp of March 2021 on this could be picking up from a situation from the past, something that's happening now, or something that hasn't happened yet, or even something that's past life. So again, use your discernment and only take what you feel is for you. I'm going to take a moment to call in my team of light, Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron, as well as any of your spirit guides that would be here for the highest good of the entire collective watching. I'm inviting them now to help join us. I'm going to ask them all to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you guys who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible for the most far-reaching of audience, but only for the highest good of the entire collective. No second-rate messages here today, my friends. So if you guys want, I'm going to do 3 deep breaths in and out, and what you can do is really focus on either a person or a question that you are looking to have some guidance about, or a situation, as well as know that while I am mainly focusing on love, we are also focusing on those soul connections, and not all soul connections are about romantic love. So it could be also a friend, a family member, a coworker, you know, I heard student or a teacher, just depending on how it is. These people were meant to cross your paths, but my main focus is on love. So if you guys want to have some information on that, let's do our breathing and focus on what you'd like to have an answer for, okay? So I'm going to take 3 piles. We'll do one for you guys, Gemini. I'm also a Gemini, so being transparent here. This will be our pile. We'll do a pile for the love or soul connection, love interest or soul connection in their own pile, and then we'll do a 3rd pile of the space in between. Know as well, though, that this could be vice versa, so just, again, take it how it resonates. Spirit, can you tell us some information that you would like Gemini to focus on, or some feelings that they're going through right now? And they're telling me to take the bottom of the deck now, which is the universe. I'm not reading it in the reversal, although I heard some of you may feel a lot like the world is kind of turned upside down. But if there is changes happening right now, I think this is why they said, you know, check out the bottom first, because the universe has bigger plans for you than you're maybe aware of right now. So the cards that fell out were Material Harvest. I'll talk about them in a minute, but I want to show you guys. This is awesome. Triumphant Success, which would be the Material Harvest would be the 9 of Pentacles. This is the Psychic Tarot Oracle. This would be the Ace of Swords. We also have spiritual growth here. We have balance, and we also have shadow. So I feel like whatever's happening right now, there's a few things that are coming through right away. I feel like first off, on your end, any changes that have happened, anything that you're going through, if you've been really focusing on your healing, if shadow work has been one of these things that have been happening, Spirit's like, all of this stuff is meant to build you to the point where you're meant to be in this world, and where Spirit needs you to be, to do the kind of work that they need you to do as well. So there's been a huge, I heard like a major influx of spiritual growth. There's probably been a lot of lessons that you've needed to learn, and this could be within this partnership. This could be outside of a partnership. It really, right now, just feels like this is your energy, that the universe wants you to know that there's major success happening. Whatever you've been working on, it's harvest time. And it's time as well, if you see, he's closing his eyes in meditation with his hands open. And I think this is also where it's important too, to keep the hands open, be willing to receive, asking for divine guidance as well, because Spirit is going to help you. As well as I heard, to figure out the plans, right? To figure out the details. But make sure you take time to sit with Spirit each day. And with the spiritual growth here as well, I feel like this is also talking about really harnessing the power of Spirit in your life, but also having I heard the strength and will, okay, and this would also be this will that you are able to see through or cut lines or cut ties even, but I heard like see through bullshit, right? See through anything that may be shadow aspects. So this could even be like in the past, ways that we've thought, ways that we've done things. They could have been because of some wounding that we had, or like some feeling of lack. I also heard like financial as well, financial prosperity and things like that as well. If we are thinking that we're always going to be in the poorhouse, if we're thinking that this person will never love us, if we're thinking that we will always be single, always be alone, we're going to manifest that. So I also want to say, even if you are single, if you are alone, it doesn't mean that you're anything less because you're not in a quote-unquote partnership or relationship. So that's also sometimes some of this we need to release, to be like, you know what, I heard some of you may even be newly single, and that could be where the universe has been like, okay, we've done all these changes now, and it's time to make it on your own with this Nine of Pentacles, because often the Nine of Pentacles is that self-made person. There's an abundance of success here, and if you look here as well, there's enough food, there's enough water, and there's enough money to go around. It's not in lack. And this is definitely, I think, where Spirit's like, you know what? That's what we've been working on. That's what we've been focusing on. That's what we've been trying to fix, is maybe the outlook on spirituality as well as wealth, is what I'm hearing. Because again, if we think that wealth is only money, we're not paying attention to all these other things that money can't buy. So with the shadow and balance here, it's just keep yourself in balance, keep yourself in check this month. It's really important. If you do find yourself going through some shadow work, if you find yourself having to deal with situations from your past, or I heard some of them could be kind of ugly too, you know, just come at them with a new spiritual perspective and one of strength that knows, you know what, this built me to who I am. Looking at this card as well, because it's holding him up, it's holding the roof up, and the more we deal with the stuff that keeps us dark, the more we also raise the roof on ourselves as well. So maintaining balance, and as well he's got the wand, the chalice, the pentacle, and the sword, and I heard shield as well. This kind of reminds me a bit of Archangel Michael, to be honest, as well. That use what you have at your disposal. Follow your heart. Use what you can do, your power to do. Make sure that you're creating out of a place of passion, as well as your mental space is one of the most important things I heard throughout this, is maintaining balance for your own mental health and your own mental well-being. Okay, so let's get some information here about Gemini's love or soul connection. These love interest or soul connection, what messages? Thank you. So on their side, there's financial and material changes, maybe a lot happening right now. So I got a strong vibe on your side. There was a moving. It could be moving in on your own, or it could be moving in together. This also could be, if there's been a recent separation or split, that this person is also undergoing some changes. But also I feel like if that part doesn't resonate, it's just there's been a mirroring. It's kind of what I'm picking up on, that this spiritual strength to me, it's got a lot of heart, right? It's a lot of green, a lot of heart chakra energy. And this heart chakra is where on your partner or your love interest side, their heart is being opened up. And that's really gorgeous energy. I feel like as well, they're learning how to make choices from a place of their heart and a heart center, rather than, again, a focus on material wealth and a focus on so much about what this material world has to offer and the consequences of them following their heart. There may have been, I heard some anger is what I heard, or some fear, some resentment in the past, in past situations that they've had to go through where, you know, they didn't follow their heart, they followed their mind and their mental space, and things still didn't work out. So I think on this side, what I heard is they're ready for a change. They're in it this time, and they're in it this time for their heart. So let's get a few more cards, please, Spirit. Thank you. So they have solitude, awareness. I'll show you the cards. I'll read them once we get into this here. Conflict and dispute and mental conflict. And the bottom, they're telling me to take the bottom of the deck, is hope, which is really beautiful energy. So I feel like they're becoming a lot more aware of what I heard is their own actions, and again, how they have the relationship of cause and effect, right? How their actions, how their choices, how their decisions have affected the outcomes in their life, have affected, you know, their own growth even, is what I heard. And I mean, I think that this person has spent quite a bit of time alone, quite a bit of time coming to an awareness of, I heard all the physical changes they've went through, everything that's changing within their mental space as well. And I mean, their focus as well may have been, this is where I feel like you guys are mirroring each other, because you have the shadow aspect here. They've gone through some mental anguish, and I feel like also they're focused on the conflicts. They're focused on the defeat. And this may be a past energy, okay? Because the bottom of the deck was hope. I feel like now, maybe where there has been conflict, where they may be a little afraid to even make a decision, because every time I make a decision it goes wrong, right? Or there's that cyclical thinking that is a self-fulfilling prophecy. So I do think that in their time spent alone, they may have been reading a lot. They may be reflecting on their own personal growth, their personal strength, as well as what I feel like it's like this is when the answers come. This is where the awareness is coming, because if they're not hanging out with anyone else, if they're just, you know, with their own thoughts, with and trying to figure out, I heard like what went wrong, right? It's like they're becoming more aware to, again, like I said, their actions and the cause and effect relationship. Spirit's like where their focus now is on hope. It's like, yeah, this is the past, but what we want to do, what they want to do is build a brand new future, build one that's a little bit brighter. I feel like though with the mental conflict, they're just not sure how to do this, okay? Because they want to do it differently. They don't want to do the same and get the same old outcome. And they're wanting to make changes that are definitely from their heart and honoring their heart. So again, I feel like this may be one of the first times that this person is really truly learning how to come from the heart. And as well as, I think there's awareness being brought to just how difficult it can be. I mean, we all say, follow your heart, lead with your heart, but when our head gets in the way, we come up with all these different reasons why we're not going to follow our heart. And also, when I was pre-shuffling the past life oracle, and unrequited love come up. And I don't feel like it's an unrequited love between you, this situation, but I feel like one or both of you may have experienced unrequited love in your life. So here's also where it's like, well, I really love this person, I really care about this person, but I'm afraid to tell them, because what if they don't love me back? Then I put my whole heart out there, put my whole heart on the line just to get rejected, even if you reject me in the nicest way possible, right? And I think on their side, this is where the mental conflict is. I think that the fear of rejection is high, because when I said rejection, that's where it was like, finally, you figured it out. So I think they're coming to a lot of their own insecurities and awareness of that. And it's just, again, with your shadow aspect and bring balance, this is where they just need to bring awareness to it. And when they realize that they're starting to act a certain way, and it's a defense mechanism to stop themselves in the tracks, like, whoa, that's a defense mechanism. Why am I acting like this? So holding hope, holding the light, and I would say you focus on your success, you focus on your spiritual growth, on the things that you need to do. Maintain balance in your life. And if this is meant to come together, it will, all in due time. I think they need to focus on being able and being comfortable to follow their heart. So let's find out some shared energy, please. I'm going to pick 3 cards. So there's 1. You're both going through some obstacles and challenges right now, and that shows up in your spread. I feel like what I heard is it's up to you guys to choose, because this is also the 5, which would be, I believe, a 5. It's not swords, it's mental. mental. This is the spirit side. So this would be, there are obstacles in your path, but it's for your own good and it's for your own growth, and it's how we face these obstacles, right? So I'm thinking like a traffic jam, or like just busy congestion, right? If we are frustrated because somebody in front of us is going too slow and we experience road rage, right? We're creating a whole lot of stress for ourselves, and we're actually not getting past any challenges, because if we're getting angry, okay, road rage was one of the things that came to me. What actually came to mind was a memory. A long time ago, I was in Montreal, which, if any of you guys know, they're known for some silly driving. And if you guys are from Montreal, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. But I was at a stop sign with my cousins, and somebody had come out of this gas station, two people, and the two cars, one was like right on the other one, and as soon as we got to a stop sign, the guy in the back came out, opened up the person who was stopped at the light, opened their door, pulled them out, proceeded to punch them, right? And here's where it's like, oh my God. Like, I heard the punches from the car. You know, my cousins are big guys, and they got out and they stopped the situation, and everybody went back in their cars. But how did they get out any faster, right? They didn't. And it was over being upset because somebody cut them off. Well, in this position, like, nobody won. And I think that this is where, if we look at that as an obstacle and a challenge, we actually slowed ourselves down, right? By getting out and decking that person. Doesn't matter how angry they are. Now it's like that nobody's right. So that's what I'm getting right now. I hope that made sense, but it's just more like, if we get in our own way, and if we let anger, hostilities, or mental conflict, and here's again, conflict, if we get in there and we allow ourselves to really get in the meat and the gravy of that whole situation, we're losing focus on where our focus needs to be for our own material prosperity and spiritual well-being. Okay, so Spirit, can you tell me one other shared message, please, between the two of these people? Thank you. Okay, so root chakra, base, and recognition and reward. I feel like this is exactly where I was going with that, though, this staying grounded. So again, if we're in a traffic situation, we're not getting out crazy and experiencing crazy road rage, right? We're staying balanced. This is also balanced. I just heard the words mental telepathy. I'm not sure, it doesn't show up here at all, but you may actually be experiencing that. And this is where they show me the recognition and reward. I think that a lot of times spiritual relationships are so, I want to say, in the ethers, okay? They can be in the ethers, and it can be really difficult if one person is experiencing this relationship or this connection stronger than the other. It's harder for the one that's experiencing it higher to stay grounded. And this is where it's really important, so that you know that if you are receiving something, if you're receiving telepathic messages and you are grounding yourself, you know that this is not your energy, okay? I also did hear shielding, though. If you're feeling like the energy from your counterpart disturbing your well-being, this is where we may want to shield it and ask Spirit to send it in a different way. You may want to send a text over to your counterpart, like, hey, what's going on? I also heard, like, not everybody and not every counterpart as well is going to, I heard the words believe that this is real, but to me, seeing is believing. That may be why the mental conflict is here as well, is that they're bringing awareness that this connection has a spiritual level. I feel like as well, like, you guys, Gemini might be a little more spiritually advanced at this point, but it does not mean that they're not doing their work either. I think that in this case, you guys lead the way. So the bottom of the deck is intuition. And both of you as well are learning to follow your intuition. You're learning to pick up on those cues and on those knowings without knowings, and still remain grounded through this, because that's one of the hardest things, is staying grounded when we're experiencing another on a very profound way. Okay, so I hope that resonates for you guys. I'm going to pull a message before I get into the tarot from the romance angels, and just clarify, please, Gemini's position here. Thank you. Gemini, you guys get finances and career. I feel like really strongly, and that's where this material harvest is. You guys are focused on the physical, focusing on things that are going to bring more stability. And I mean, the more the less we're worried and the more comfortable we are about our financial position and our material position, the easier it is to maintain balance. Because I also feel like when we're worried about money, if we're worried about our food security, how we're going to pay rent, or how we're going to make our car payments, or if our car breaks down, how we're going to pay to get that fixed, this is the kind of stuff that's building up a lot of anxiety. So one thing I'm hearing is, especially for finances, is do what you can. Take it one step at a time. Create a financial action plan as well. And if there's payments that aren't being made, talk to them. Talk to those people rather than allowing everything to spiral out of control. This is where that balance is. And for some of us with the shadow aspect, this could be, we're realizing that we have money and financial issues. We have to curb our spending a little bit. Everything in balance though. And I think that it says financial issues are affecting your love life right now. And if you are in partnership with this person, like if you guys live together, that's going to add a little extra stress to the relationship as well. And what I heard is as well too, especially if you feel like you're being responsible but your partner is not being as responsible, this is where we need to open up and communicate, okay? So one more card, please. Thank you. So Gemini, the other card we get is heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And I mean, honesty is the best path here. So there is definitely something to be talked about, and this is where this brand new understanding can come in as well. And I feel like this is saying, watch your words. Just know that yes, we want to talk to this person, but they're already going through a lot of mental anguish, and there's a lot of hurdles they're facing. You're both facing some challenges. I definitely feel like with the root and the base chakra being in the between, it's like it could be monetary issues with financial and material changes here, material harvest. It's really needing to stay grounded, hold your ground as well as what I heard, but know that you can put anything that you put your mind to, you can accomplish those goals. You may need a little help along the way, but the only limits that we have, the only impossibilities that are real are what we put on ourselves. It reminds me, and this is an off topic, but I remember I'm horrible at math, okay? Luckily my hubby is quicker at that, so if I need to ask something, he can do the math there. But when I was younger, I would sit at the kitchen table needing to do my homework and going, I can't do it. And it would be like I'm stubborn, right? I would sit there. I'm like, nope, it's too hard. I can't do it. And it got to a point where I remember my mom so fed up, not knowing how to help me with this, going, can't means won't, right? And truly, can't means won't. Math is still not the greatest part, but I mean, it's where you get so frustrated with the situation, you actually can't focus. I feel like this is really it feels like it's the partner side though. It's not that they can't, it may be that they won't, because they're not willing to give up a belief system, they're not willing to slow it down and calm down and actually try. There could be a lot, but this is just, remember, whatever obstacles are in your way, it's not that you can't do it, it's not that you won't do it probably, but I feel like this is all when it's in divine timing and when it feels right for either one of you here. So tell me about the love interest. They have separation that came out for them, which is time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Kind of already felt like that a little bit, that they're spending time in solitude, right? So whether you're currently apart or you are working out how to financially separate, this could also be, you've been apart for a while. You're telling me to look at the bottom. Wow, unrequited love. So with the past life oracle, I was shuffling. I don't know. I wasn't sure if we're going to use it. I don't think we are, but we'll see. The unrequited love card came out there, and it's on their side because I feel like they don't feel loved. Either that or they don't feel like in the way they currently are, they can give you the love and understanding that you needed at the time. And this is where heart-to-heart conversations are definitely needed. The bottom here is calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. I do feel like on this side, they're holding hope. They're calling in their soulmate, but there's so much that has been left unsaid between the two of you that in order to call this in, it needs to be done right. So can you tell me the shared energy, please, Spirit? The shared energy between Gemini and this love interest or soul connection. So they showed me this card. I'm going to take it. Is playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to shine and fun to shine. Both of you guys are remaining so grounded, are trying to work so hard in your physical worlds. Don't lose your sense of ha-ha. That's what this is about. Because when we get bogged down with adult problems and bills and we get, challenges, it's really easy to focus and be focused on that. But you're allowed to have fun. It doesn't matter how much work you have to do. Have fun doing it. If you're cleaning your house, put on some tunes and dance while you mop, okay? Whatever it is. But the both of you, even though there's challenges and obstacles and we're really focusing on being rooted, we need to make time for fun. We need to make time for play. So Spirit, can you tell me one more card? Thank you. And free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. And that's absolutely true. When we're grounded, we're rooted, we're a little bit more of control of our emotions. I also heard like emotional outbreaks and things like that. So the bottom of the deck is romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. You both over here, they're real and worth exploring. And the fact that this came out on the bottom of the deck, it's safe for you to love as well as on the bottom, is I do feel like, I don't think that over on this side it's because they don't have feelings and don't care about you. I feel like I said, either they feel like they're not in a position where they can give you the love that you need right now, or they feel like they've had, that's what I'm hearing, is they've kind of felt like they're not lovable. It's an issue on their side that they need to work through, and maybe a little bit of heart healing as well. So your romantic feelings are worth exploring. Freeing ourselves, and this doesn't mean freeing yourself from each other, although it definitely could. It could mean that both of you need to free yourself from a different situation. I think that this is also freeing ourselves of the shadow aspects. Over here, this is freeing ourselves of mental conflict and guilt is what I heard. Focusing on also heart, but this is solar plexus. And I was really strongly guided, Gemini, to bring some yellow, and this is beautiful pineapple. It smells so good. But this is yellow too. Burning yellow candles, wearing yellow, asking Spirit to bring the light into your heart and move it down to your solar plexus. Allow that energy to swirl around and then ask it to transmute down through your legs, out through the floor, through your feet, into the world with love, as well as make sure it hits that core. But then you may want to also ask the white light to come down, to come into your heart, to come into your belly, and to fill away any of the places that you have just released to help keep light in that space. So let's see with some tarot wisdom here for you guys today. What messages do you have for Gemini, please, on Gemini's side? Okay, so the one that flipped is the Page of Pentacles. I feel like they're asking you to make the first move, essentially. It's on your side, you get the heart-to-heart conversation. You have the brand new material harvest and this triumphant success. Spirit saying, okay, you know what? Why aren't you make meaningful moves forward? Why aren't you? This could be, to me, this could be an apology as well. Because you see, like in this, they're both turned away from each other. But this one has something to offer. This could be an earth sign, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn as well. You could have that in your chart. But I think this is asking you to make that first move, bridge the gap. And the blue that she's wearing as well is speak your truth. She's naked under here, right? Speak your naked truth. Speak how you feel. It's important because if you hold it in, they're not going to know. They may be picking up on your telepathic communication too, but again, if we don't talk about these things, they're not going to know for sure either, okay? So the Page of Pentacles, please, Spirit. What else would you have Gemini know about the Page of Pentacles? Okay. Two of Cups. You make the first move, the love you want is going to manifest itself. And the bottom is the Three of Swords. Definitely feel like this partnership has caused a lot of heartbreak, and I feel like it's caused a lot of heartbreak for the two of you with this Three of Swords. Now, the Swords energy is air quality, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, we could, with the Two of Cups, this is a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. But I don't feel like these are other signs in your life. If it is on your side, what you should know about is that this earth sign may be coming back to offer you love, and they know that they've hurt you, or that also what I'm getting is that this love is so profound it almost hurts. The bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords. And there's been some cyclical thinking on this side. There's been some mental conflict on that side. And this is, we really need to break free of the chains and the shackles that bind us, that have kept us stuck in the heartbreak situation, stuck. And this is that devil energy, or shadow energy, if you want to call it that, that has us thinking that and focusing on what has hurt us rather than the growth that's come from this. So as well as what I feel like is this is whatever is offered, it's something that's tangible and it's being asked here to stay. This is something that is very, very fulfilling. So if there is, you're still holding on to memories of heartbreak, Spirit saying, hey, let's let this go. Let's talk this through, right? Help bring balance back to your life as well. So let's find out about the love interest side, please, Spirit. What messages do you have for the love interest or soul connection side? They actually flipped over the King of Pentacles, so this could be an earth sign as well. Again, that Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. But I feel like they're being asked to remain grounded, to remain true to themselves and their own authority, their own autonomy, and to use their wisdom with this wine owl to know that they're crowned as well. So while being grounded in this physical, also being connected up into spirit with the ethers. So the bottom, this one fell out, but the bottom they want me to show you as well is the Nine of Swords, which is that nightmare, but also feeling alone and feeling like there's darkness surrounding you. The card that was on the bottom was the Empress. So this could represent a Taurus as well, but that's another earth sign, right? But I think this could also represent you, Gemini, as well, depending on how you identify, either as masculine or more feminine, because this is a King of Pentacles, which is the highest vibration masculine energy other than the Emperor or the Hierophant, and you also have this divine feminine, So I definitely feel like this side, they're learning to stand in their authority, and they're also learning to nurture themselves, to nurture their own spirit, to nurture the world around them. I feel like as well this is about balance. So the bottom of the deck we already talked about was the Nine of Pentacles. I think as well they've went through some stuff with you guys. Tell me one more message. Sorry, Nine of Swords, not Pentacles. The card that we have here is Justice. They're wanting to bring some justice. That could also be a Libra, and Death is under there, which could be a Scorpio. But I think this is more, they're wanting to bring some transformations. They're wanting to end this mental anguish. They're wanting to end the conflicts that are happening and bring some justice back to the situation. So you have the Three of Cups under there as well, which is about love and partnership. Can you tell me one more message, please, just for the Eight of Wands is the shared energy. And they're wanting me to show you the bottom of the deck, which is the Ten of Pentacles and family. I feel like you could be traveling. This could be quick insights as well. You may have to travel to each other, but you may also be getting some kind of communication that there's an ending to the current cycle and ready to start anew. So that's the message I have for you guys. I hope it helped. I hope it resonates. If you'd like to leave me a comment and down below, I'd love to hear from you. If not, totally cool, and I will talk to you later, guys. Bye.